fits.
Do it.
2 fits.
Lego.
Where my bass at?
What that 2 fits?
It's clobbering time.
Welcome to the Hardly Heroes Podcast.
Hey yo, from the halls of justice to the temple of doom, the space wizards return and earn a sonic the boom, pulling swords from stones, throwing rings into volcanoes, water full of witches, I'm inevitably Thanos. Voltron made a lions, Wakanda with a panther, Walker Mars, Darker Manhattan, Spocket for an answer. Live long and prosper, the force will be with you always. No work in all plays, shining like blood-filled hallways. Come and play with us, we all float down here. Say your name 3 times and we hopefully appear. Team full of psychics, super soldiers and weirdos. Some people call us sidekicks because we hardly heroes.
Welcome to Hardly Heroes, a podcast dedicated to movies, TV, and everything geek-related. I'm your host, Buddy.
What's up, you guys? It's Dillard Skiller back in the house.
And I'm Cheese Whiz.
Welcome to episode 246. And yes, it's still COVID time. And today is January 21st.
Wow.
2021.
Just plowing right through.
I can't believe it.
Yeah.
2021, are you guys having a hard time like writing the date? I just can't believe it's 2021.
Oh, no, it's been very easy.
Really?
Yeah, because I want to put last year behind me. It's in the review.
Oh, is it the rear view mirror?
Do you know the objects in the mirror, may seem closer than they appear, except that year. I'm putting as much distance as possible behind me.
I kind of didn't realize that it was like rear view. Like I thought it was just like one word, like rear view. Like it wasn't 2 different like specific words, like the rear view. Mm-hmm. I thought it was like rear view mirror.
That makes me so sad. She's my sister.
That's a good cheesism.
That is a good cheesisms.
Chisholms?
Chisholms.
Thank you so much. If you're new to the show, go to hardlyheroes.com. You can find out all about us, find about some of the sayings we say, about, some of the sidekicks we'll talk about and stuff like that. So go check out hardlyheroes.com if you're new. And I want to thank that Dilly came back. I really missed him.
Thank God he's back.
Thanks, guys. Miss you too.
Like this parade of just like amateurs that we've had, Dilly, is just embarrassing.
I heard.
Katana sucks.
Heard. Listen, you guys, I heard. I had to come back.
Right?
I couldn't let that go on.
I'll give it up. Watson, he did good.
I mean, after the Katana episode, no,
terrible.
I'm just kidding. They both did a really good job. So shouts out to Katana and Watson for coming on and filling in.
No, we don't have to lie. Katana did bad. Watson did great.
They're both good shows.
Yeah. Watson did great. Katana, she's great, but I think she just needs more practice on the mic. I think you make her nervous.
Because I'm the king.
I've said it. Hey, Dilly, have I not said it before? I know it was on the After Dark. I won't say it here, but there's a reason.
Right.
You know it.
Mm-hmm. Go to subscribe, pay that $2 to become a patron for After Dark, and you can hear what she said. Mm-hmm.
All right, you guys, honest to God, we have a jam-packed show, so we're just going to get right into it. This is just what's on the docket. We are going to be talking WandaVision 100%. It's, the new Marvel show that's on Disney+. We're all super excited about it. We also just have a really quick neighborhood Sacramento spotlight. And we have a top 5. And thank God Dilly's back. We have a Dilly's Gaming Corner and
Zed Zabalor. Zed Zabalor.
And then we got some sidekick mail.
People have been clamoring. You got to give them what they want.
Seriously, people are like, "Where is my DRR?"
I need that.
You got to hit them with that retro goodness.
So just real quick, as always, a word from our sponsor, Sector 7 Salon. We are open, you guys, even though it's still COVID and we still have safety measures in place. We are open. We are doing hair. We are taking appointments. We're doing tours. If you're a stylist, if you're a client, whoever you are, a friend, come check the salon out. Come buy some stuff from us. Come get your hair done. Mm-hmm. Spread the word.
Your hers did.
And just so you guys know, I promise you, if you are into COVID safety, we are the safest salon in town.
There's no doubt about that.
This side of the Mississippi.
This side of the goddamn Mississippi.
Sip saps.
Texarkana.
Texarkana. Dibble-ap dip daps.
Mm-hmm. So please just check us out on all of our socials. You can go to our website at www.sector7salon.com, or you can find us on Instagram, Facebook, or TikTok. Let's do it, you guys.
Tickety tockety.
The talk of the tick.
We only have 2 videos, but I promise you we're getting more. I'm going to start a whole new series.
Sirs?
A series. So let's just get right into it. We're talking WandaVision. Now, I'm so excited to talk about this because I just watched it, so I haven't not talked to one single person about it yet.
Not even a morsel?
No. I just watched it like an hour or 2 ago.
So it's fresh.
And
I still haven't seen it yet, so I want you guys to kind of... I have some questions.
Okay, and
sure.
Dilly, I don't think we'll spoil anything because nothing has really happened.
Okay.
So you can't really spoil. Nothing's happened.
Well, how many... Has there just been one episode?
2.
There's been dose?
They dropped 2 episodes on the first night.
Okay.
A dubby.
And they're what, an hour each or 45 minutes?
30 minutes.
30 min?
30 minutes.
And so going forward, they'll just drop one 30-minute episode, right?
Yeah, so it'll come out by the time you guys hear this tomorrow.
Try to drop that double deuce on you, get you locked in.
Oh,
Appreciate
smart.
that.
Because I feel like the first episode you were kind of like, and then the second episode you were like, yes.
No, you're totally right. Because the first episode, you're like, if the whole show is like this, it's cute. The first episode is cute, but it's not something that really, like, you're like, I couldn't watch a whole episode, like, because you've seen the previews, right, Del?
Yeah, so what the hell is it? I mean, to me, it looks like Leave It to Beaver, like, mixed with Marvel or something. Like, what the hell is going on?
And
Well, that's
that's
exactly what it
The
is.
first episode feels like a Leave It to Beaver episode, and that's basically all that happens.
So pretty much what it is, what's going on in her mind. You know what I mean? And it's, to tell you the truth, I'm going to be 100% honest with you.
Keep it
Never
100.
really trying to keep it a buck.
Keep it a buck.
I don't know much about WandaVision. Was never a big character of mine that I was super into. I do know a little bit about this story, which I'm not going to reveal much. But I don't know. It's what I'm really excited about is it's giving us something totally different. And you can tell that they're putting the money into it just like the movies. So I'm all in, actually. I think you can definitely see it's going to start getting a lot darker.
Yeah.
So that I'm super excited
And a little
about.
more complicated because the first episode, it, like you kind of said, like Leave It to Beaver. It's very simple. It's kind of has a laugh track. It's cute. The second episode starts to get a little weird, and by the end of it, you're like, okay, what's happening?
Exactly.
And I just want to give a shout out
A shouty?
to Elizabeth Olsen because, you know, she's got the twin sisters who were, you know, the Olsen twins, who like they're really famous, but they're not very good actors, and they're kind of known just for being like a little lame. And she's like really, really made a name for herself, and she's an amazing actress. Like in this, you can tell like it's a completely different character that she's playing than she's as Scarlet Witch in the movies. As Wanda in this show, she's completely different, and then she kind of turns into Scarlet Witch a little bit. You can see her where she's starting to realize things, and she's an amazing actress. And not to say that she couldn't be because of her sisters, but it's just she had something to overcome, I believe, by having uber famous sisters, and no one really knew who the hell she was, and then to be like a main character in Marvel.
Her sisters are Mary-Kate and Ashley? Okay. Did not know that.
Oh, you didn't know that?
Did not know that.
Yeah.
Nice little fun fact.
Yeah. So those are her sisters.
She's like the unknown third Olsen twin.
She is,
but she's not a twin, right?
She's not a twin. But what I think is she's now she's making her own name, and
I mean, if you think about it, she's big now. I mean, obviously the twins will always be wicked famous, but she's current.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, she's like currently famous.
Yeah, they're like old school.
Yeah, who gives?
Yeah.
I mean, give a shit about what they're doing. I mean, they
Yeah.
haven't done anything really.
Well,
Right.
and I know they used to have a clothing line, and
Yeah, they really like rebel, and I kind of get it. Like they grew up on a TV show, which is so weird, but they really kind of rebelled against their kind of TV family and their TV life or whatever, which is fine, whatever. But I just, you know, they're just kind of lame.
because they didn't even come back for Fuller House, did they?
No, there was like that
just,
Full
just
House.
give all that money back then.
Yeah.
You know? It's
I know.
not- just give that back.
Yeah, gimme.
No, and that is really interesting, buddy, that you say that. Every single person came back for that reboot except for them.
Yeah.
Every single person.
Which is kind of crazy for you to think about because that's where they're known.
Yeah, they
from.
never would have even been known if it wasn't for that show.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I just want to give a shout out. I think Elizabeth Olsen is just great. I think she's amazing.
I think it's going to be fun to see where it goes from here. You can definitely see like the first one's the 50s. The second one is like the 60s. Oh. So it's like progressively going in.
It doesn't stay in one timeline?
No, it's like jumping forward.
Because it's
cool.
not, as what you're kind of learning is this isn't real life. It's something.
No, it's something going on in her head.
But you don't know what exactly.
Yeah. But
so that's why it's fun because they don't really give you a lot of answers in these first 2 episodes.
And I think it's only going to be 8 or 10.
I loved it. Because I didn't really know what it was about and it kind of had that like black and white, like kind of Leave It to Beaver look. I was kind of like, oh, I don't know. What is this even going to be about? And
I like the color slowly starts showing up.
Mm-hmm. I'm super pulled in, Dilly. I think you're going to like it. I think you're going to like it.
Yeah, so I'm all in.
So I think we'll continue kind of like,
it just makes it fun that, like we said, the superhero genre is here to stay, and now they're just making
and they have fun
different
stuff,
variations.
No, is there any type of action in this, or is it just all like dialogue-y?
Yeah, it's like watching a sitcom.
Okay,
kind of.
Okay.
But
now Vision, right? The character is tied into this somehow.
No, Vision's in it.
Okay,
it's called Wan-DILL-vision, so it's
Wanda and Vision.
Yeah, Wanda and Vision.
And I think Dilly, like kind of what we're saying. If the first episode was the whole season, you would be bored.
Mm-hmm.
But
that's why they doubled down.
They're gonna build on it. Exactly.
Right.
That's why they doubled down. They're gonna build on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it is just fun to there's a commercial in it that's for something that's made by Stark Industries or this watch.
Oh, dude, the watch I want so bad.
The watch that has like a Hydra symbol, so they really pull in a lot of cool Marvel stuff.
Is it Starker or Stacker?
Oh,
I can't remember.
Strucker or something.
Strucker watch. I want the Strucker watch.
So it's just because we love Marvel so much, it's fun to see all these little things in a different setting than an Avenger movie.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's what I kind of like about it.
Yeah. No, I'm pumped for it.
Okay. Well, cool. I think we're gonna.
Are you Mando pumped though?
No, I'm not Mando pumped, but I'm pumped.
It's different.
You're like a half pump.
Yeah, I'm
It's
like
a different pump.
3/4 pump.
Like Lil Pump?
Yeah,
No,
like
it's
Lil
a-
It's
Weezy.
Lil Pump.
No,
Like
it's-
Lil Weezy.
No,
Lil Weezy.
it's a full pump. It's just like a softer grip.
Okay.
That sounds really bad. That sounded really gross.
Yeah.
Before we jump to the next topic, I just really had to get this out real fast. Shout out to our boy Christopher Neal. He put a little thing up on IG. He might be getting a new Camaro. And he asked me, he's like, hey, if I get it, I'm going to take you out for a ride. He's like, I'm going to hope it's going to be raining that day. And my ultimate goal, so it could be the perfect day ever, is there will be a big puddle and we can drive by and hit Cheese and Katana with
As
the
you drive
puddle
by.
as we drive by, as we wave. And that sounds like the best
That
day
sounds
ever.
awesome.
Right?
Yeah.
And then Dilly will probably be in the back seat. It'll be,
Or I could be like on the other corner, just like pointing and laughing.
Yes, and he's got it on
As
video.
we're soaking wet.
I'm making TikToks on the corner.
So I just want to thank Christopher Neal and
So
hopefully
me and
our dream
Katana are
comes
going to
true.
be cold and wet together. And we're going to find a warm place to take our clothes off and dry off. Is that what
Gross.
you're saying?
No.
Is that what's happening?
No.
That's kind of what it sounds like to me.
Right?
I think you guys are both going to smell of manure.
Manure?
Manure.
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 Manuar.
Well, either way, I love Christopher Neal, even though he be talking schmeek.
No,
That's the guy.
He sides with the king.
Mm-hmm.
He does actually often. Like if I misstep, like he's really complimentary to me unless I misstep in any way with Buddy.
And
Like
then he
if I
puts you in your place.
disrespect Buddy, he's like, no.
Yeah,
You're
that's-
cool, but no.
That's my boy right there.
He's got your back.
Yeah.
Not like, shall we say, Watson that came on it immediately, just
Oh, yeah.
denounced his.
no.
Yeah.
It was just all about cheese.
What
Like,
a jag
and you were
off.
super pissed. I heard that.
What a jag off. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, you're always on. my side, and then
Right?
the second you come on the show, you're like, let me backpedal.
He was
Also-
Team C all day.
You know what it is? I think it's because he's single, so it's like he's just, you know what I'm saying?
Gross.
Just trying to get that girl attention.
I can't be mad at him.
Or like, who doesn't love some cheese? Okay, so our next segment is just really quick. Now, this is a fun segment that we have where we are new. The studio and the salon is in kind of a newer part of Sacramento for us. It's North Sacramento. It's uptown Sacramento. It's all off of Del Paso Boulevard. And as we've talked before about the history of Del Paso Boulevard, there's a lot. It's very rich in history. It's very old. It's been around a really long time, and it's kind of had some different, like decades to it. Okay. And now it's in like a newfound kind of resurgence, if I can. May I?
A resurgence.
Shan't I? So there's a lot of really cool businesses, and we have a segment on here called the Sacramento Del Paso Spotlight, where we go visit some businesses on Del Paso Boulevard and then talk about them.
Yep.
Word.
So Buddy and I, Logan and another person went to the Greens. Okay.
The Greens.
So this is a hotel that's on Del Paso Boulevard called the Greens.
Hotel.
The Greens.
Motel. Holiday Inn.
And it's okay. So the only thing I can say about it is it's really cute. It's like super retro. Like it was basically like it was a really old hotel from the 50s that they basically remodeled, but then put like metal on stuff. They put a bunch of green plants everywhere.
Well, what's funny is like all the rooms are letters. So like A, B, C, D, E.
Right. So it's small. They only have 26 rooms.
But then what's funny is X is triple X.
Right. So like
Oh.
every single room just has a letter except for X has three
So that's
X's.
where it goes down.
Yeah. You know what I'm
that's
saying?
that.
That Playboy suite.
That's that red room.
Yeah, don't come a knocking. You know?
So one of the coolest things is they have these big metal doors and they have real keys. There's no like key card or anything.
Yeah,
It's
no.
like a key.
They give you like an old school
Yeah.
like skeleton style
Yeah.
key. It's
Yeah.
all,
And it's like this metal door, and half of the metal door opens. Do you know what I'm talking about? What's that called? Like a pony door or
Or remember Mr. Ed, where like the horse would like come through the
the top?
like the half door,
It's like a half door. What is that called? Like a Dutch door?
a barn door.
Like
I don't know
legitimately,
what the hell you guys are talking about.
if you close the door,
A door in
It's-
half? I mean, I don't
yeah,
know.
like but
Yeah,
that's
but
what,
it's like a huge window. It's like the top half just opens.
it's like the door closes and then you can unlatch the top part and only the top part of the door opens. What is
Oh, okay. So you can like kind of look out. Or
Yeah, but
whatever?
it's like the half of the door. It's like
I
why?
got you.
We're kind of like why we don't know, but it's super cool anyway.
I liked it.
And anyway, so it was just super cute.
They got a pool
So why is it called the Greens?
because it's all like ivy, like pretty much the whole like
It's like covered in
hotel is
plants.
covered in ivy,
Yeah.
green trees,
Like succulents.
succulents.
Yeah, like you can't really see the hotel from the street because it's all covered in like big green walls of ivy.
Okay.
It's really cool.
They got like these 5 foot tall like pots. with,
Seriously,
these big
like
old trees
that were like
in 'em.
taller than me practically.
It was really
so
cool.
was there any hauntings? Is this a possible haunt?
I think it could definitely be a haunt. I didn't get any like specific sightings, but I definitely feel like it's haunted. I mean, it's old. You could tell, like,
Especially with all that renovation, you know, like old. The spirits don't like that.
and then they like covered up spirits or buried spirits.
Yeah.
But
So-
Cheese was like, "Hey, we got a room,"
Uh huh.
and she's like, "Here, I got you this room." And what does she give me? The baby room.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we wanted to.
It's like a pantry room.
Yeah, we wanted to check out the
Like,
different
the
rooms.
cupboard is
So
what
we got
you
a
got.
queen for him, and we went and looked at his room. It was hella tiny. And then Logan and I got the king room, and it was hella big.
It was
Yeah.
hella big. She's like, "Little brother, little room."
Yeah.
But anyway, I just want to let anybody that know that's in the Sacramento area. Honestly, it's a cool place to stay. I mean, we live in Sacramento, and we stayed there just for fun, and it was
Yeah, I had a
Pretty
blast.
decently priced, like for a room for the
yeah,
night.
totally. It's like under $80 a night.
Now, do they rent it by the hour?
No.
I'm just kidding.
I didn't see that, but maybe the Triple X room they do.
Right.
That Triple X?
Yeah, I was gonna take Mad King there for like maybe if they do like 45 minutes or something.
Just that's
No,
it.
you're
That's all you
talking.
need.
I mean, probably less than that, but
Need time to
20
clean
minutes?
up.
I don't
clean
know.
up.
Now you're talking.
yeah, we'll make it quick.
Anyway, yeah, you guys should check it out. It's on Del Paso Boulevard, next door to Southpaw Sushi.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sounds cool.
Okay, so now here's for the meat and potatoes, you guys. We're doing a top 5. Okay, now this top 5 is fun because it's a top 5 favorite movies from 1990 to 1995. Which I really liked because Buddy and I were talking about doing a whole decade, but a lot of times you end up with a lot of the same movies because within 10 years, there's going to be some standouts, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to narrow it down a little bit to, just 1990 and 1995. I think there's some really good ones in this 5 years.
What if you want to do 5 movies from 1992?
That's totally, if that's what
That's
you...
within the rules?
Absolutely, absolutely. If that was your year, then yeah,
I
absolutely.
feel like 1990 was...
1990.
It was lit.
I was actually feeling 1995.
95.
When I was looking into the movies, 95 was really hitting it for me.
Mm-hmm.
So, should we get into it? Who wants to... Do you have yours pulled up, brother?
Yeah, I got mine. I'll go first.
Wait, do we have a sound clip for this or
Are
no?
we doing like... Okay, yeah, I guess. Top 5! Is that the one?
Yeah,
okay, here we go.
Okay.
Are we starting with 5 and working our way down?
Yeah.
Number 5.
All right, my number 5. I kind of went a little, Dilly was talking. All my movies, straight up, 1993 was a hitter.
Yeah.
That was a hitter of a year
That's
for
your year?
me. I could have definitely picked from the 5 years, but I just really wanted to prove to you guys how hard 93 was straight hitting.
Okay.
Because I don't know if you know, but the Niners were on fire in 93. They won the Super Bowl in 94. It was a hitter of a year.
Mm-hmm.
And the movies were just hitting hard. Now, my number 5, 1993. Al Pacino. Carlito's Way.
Okay.
Gotta love those
Carlito's
mob
Way.
movies.
Yeah, that's a great movie.
I've never seen that one.
What?
I've seen the other ones.
It's about he was in the mob. He pretty much gets out and he, you know what I mean? Like, and he gets out of jail or out of prison. He's like, I don't want to be in the mob anymore. And it's pretty much like him trying to get out. So good, dude. Phenom movie. Phenoms.
Pretty much anything with Al P is
Yeah.
Yeah.
going to be a slapper. That's
But
for
yeah,
damn sure.
93 was a straight hitter year. So that's my first one.
Okay. How we doing this? We going cheese next?
Okay.
Whatever's,
Yeah,
you know.
go ahead, cheese.
So my number 5. This is after this. I mean, this movie following a mob movie is just funny. Okay, so this is from 1993 as well, and that is Homeward Bound.
Ooh.
Okay, you got Shadow. You got Michael J. Fox playing. I can't remember his name right now, but he's kind of like the young, like
Oh, he's Chance.
Chance.
Yeah.
Exactly. And
He's
then
a
you got,
pit bull.
He's like a rescue pit bull. And then you got the kitty cat. Sally Fields is playing the kitty cat.
Yeah,
It's funny that you're remembering all that. I've watched this movie.
there's Shadow, there's Chance, and is it Princess? No.
No.
I can't
Is
remember.
that like where it's the cat, the dog, and
Yeah.
And it's 2 dogs and a cat.
Okay,
And
and
they like
like the journey home? Is that
yeah,
what it's called?
so
Homeward
yeah, like
Bound?
the family leaves them somewhere
That's
and then
right.
goes
That's
somewhere
a good
else.
movie.
And then they're trying to find the family.
And they can there's like voiceovers, right?
Yeah, it's like their mouths, because it's real animals, so their mouths don't move, but it's like a voiceover.
Yeah,
so and then Michael
that's
J.
right.
Fox is the main character, Chance.
Mm-hmm.
And it's literally I could just watch this movie for the rest of my life, and every goddamn time I cry. I've seen it so many times I know what's going to happen. I still cry.
Sassy.
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 So yeah, Sally Fields. What's funny is Shadow. I've looked up the actor so many times I have no idea who he is. But anyway, there's a scene where
Ralph Wyatt.
yeah, I don't know who he is, but there's a scene where Shadow's like in a ditch and he can't get out, and he's just like, just leave me, and it's like tears.
I just over at the very end, he's like Chance and Sassy show up, and he was like,
Oh, yeah.
Shadow, he's just too old. He's just too old. He couldn't make it.
And then he comes, you can
Yeah, and
see his
he's
little
like-
head.
And he's like limping. The
Oh
dog's
my
all limping to
God.
get to him.
I
He's like, I
can't.
told you I'd make it. It's like, oh my God, I'm going to lose it.
Somebody put his ass down.
You guys, I'm literally tearing right now. It's one of the best
He
movies
was
I've
just too old.
He's all limping. You got to just put him down
Yeah.
after
No,
that.
no, he's fine. He just sprained.
No.
It's a sprain.
Take him out to the field.
Dunzo.
So, you guys know I don't usually follow the rules of
Of course.
things.
Would you ever?
Probably not. But I do have 5 answers.
Okay.
But how I did it, I picked one from 90 all the way to 94, and that's my top 5 basically.
Oh, so you have one from each year?
one from each year. So
Okay.
not necessarily in any specific order. But we're going to kick things off at 1990 with a sleeper hit that not too many people know about, but one of my favorite comedies with your boy Charlie Sheen and Emilio Estevez. We're talking Men at Work.
Oh, that's a hitter, bro.
Yeah.
Love that.
They're like
movie.
the garbage men.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. They're like pranking on. There's
Oh,
like,
dude,
yeah,
so
fantastic movie.
Does anyone else think that Emilio Estevez is one of the worst actors? Not in a good way.
What?
He wasn't that
He's
bad.
not a good actor.
You didn't like him in Young Guns?
Like
Reap
he's
the whirlwind, Murphy.
like he's not
Reap it.
he's not good at being an actor.
He's not a good actor.
Okay, thank you. That's all I wanted to know.
He's
He was
not.
good in Young Guns.
I'm not saying you can't enjoy it because hey, I enjoy Nicolas Cage
Mighty
every
Ducks?
day of my life. I enjoy Nick Cage.
You don't
and he's
like
not a good
Mighty
actor.
Ducks?
No, I just
mean-
want you to admit that he's not good at acting. That's all I want.
I mean, was Charlie Sheen good at acting?
No.
I mean, they both kind of weren't that great.
I know,
But
it's-
they're funny, right?
So do you feel like their father was good and that's the only reason they got jobs?
100.
Yeah.
I mean, they probably weren't the worst looking guys either. Like, Sheen was a pretty decent looking guy, so that probably got him some roles.
Yeah, that's
Remember
fair.
him in Ferris Bueller,
Oh,
right? His little
That's true.
cameo.
Actually, he was pretty good in that one.
Right. He doesn't say anything. He's just like, I don't know. Does he say something? I can't remember.
I don't think so.
He
Or
he
drugs.
says
He's
like
I
two
do
words.
drugs or
Yeah.
something,
Yeah.
right? Crazy.
I feel like he'd almost be like a Keanu Reeves actor where he's better at just being than actually talking. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Being the Sheen.
All right, Buzz. What's number 4?
All right, number
Number
4 from 93 again. Shout out to the most motivational movie, one of the biggest motivational movies of all time. Showing you doesn't matter your size, all it matters about your heart on the inside.
Don't say
and that
it.
is the one and only Rudiger,
I was
baby.
gonna say Rudy.
Rudy, baby.
Yeah, Rudy, dude.
Rudy,
Oh,
Rudy,
man.
Rudy, Rudy. Where he's like,
God,
I want
Rudy.
you to dress in my place. Plays for Notre Dame. His dad says it's the most beautiful sight he's ever seen. Not that his son's playing for Notre Dame, that he got to see the stadium with his own eyes.
Yep.
Yeah,
Sleeping in the janitor's closet.
Rudy's good. I'll give it up.
93, dude, I'm telling you, coming out with them hitters.
Wasn't that the kid from Goonies that played
Yeah.
Rudy?
Oh, the main kid.
I don't know about the main. Mikey with the inhaler?
Mikey's the main
Isn't that
kid.
Rudy?
He's the main kid in Goons.
Okay.
So I kind of picked movies like that I rewatch all the time. Jim saying Rudy to me, and I don't know if you guys
Sean
disagree
Astin.
with this.
Sorry, it just came to me.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Sean Astin.
I was trying to find his
he's
name
not.
too.
Rudy's not something I want to watch over and over again.
Yeah, same
know?
here. It was like good the first
Yeah.
time. I don't think I'd ever watch it again.
What?
But
I've watched it a bunch of times.
But Steve Austin in Stranger Things, remember,
Yeah.
he was so good in that.
Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he is in Goonies. He's Mikey.
Yeah, he's Mikey. Okay, so my number 4, this is coming in at 1995, and that is Empire Records.
Ooh. That's a good
Okay.
one.
That's a hitter for me. I can rewatch this movie over and over again. I love it. It's kind of just that. The reason I love it is, to me, it's like classic 90s. You know, people working at a record store. The clothes in it is so 90s. And then they've got that like singer guy that's like a super douchebag or whatever, which is hilarious.
Yeah, I can't remember his name.
Yeah. And then you got Liv Tyler, and then you got what's her name, Renee Zellweger in it.
Well, yeah,
Like,
remember she wanted like her own funeral or something.
Yeah, yeah, that's the other girl. It's just like it has like every '90s character in it. The girl with the shaved head, the naive girl. It's like that one to me is a movie I can just watch over and over again. Love it. Love Empire Records.
That's a good pick. That was 95, you said, right?
1995.
All right, so for my number 4, I have another movie from 1990,
Okay.
which had some good movies. I love this movie. It has Neil Diamond in it, and that's The Adventures of Ford Fairlane, with starring Andrew Dice Clay.
What?
Are you serious?
I've never
dude.
seen this.
Oh my God!
Andrew
It is
Dice
so
Clay?
good. It is so good.
I
Yes,
love Clay.
please
He's so
watch
fun.
The Adventures of Ford Fairlane.
I'm gonna write it down
You
right now.
have to. Qantas, Jujubee, Salcedo, Ford Fairlane. You'll see. Neil Diamond's up in it. Check that out.
I gotta peep that.
Dude, you haven't lived.
And Andrew Dice Clay.
Guess
is
who
like
else is in it?
hilarious.
Tone Loc.
Are you serious?
Tone Loc.
Tone Loc?
I don't know who that is.
He's
The Funky Cole Medina.
yeah.
He had like 2 hits in the maybe 90s or
Dude,
so.
he's
Two
like,
fits?
Cole Medina.
Isn't he? He's in Ace Ventura, or has a song on Ace Ventura.
Probably.
Isn't he the black guy that plays in Ace Ventura?
I don't know.
The cop.
He might be.
Isn't that him? Anyway,
Not sure.
buddy, go.
My boss is coming up here, man. All right, so number 3, this was a close number 2, very close number 2 for me. I think this movie is super awesome. It's out of print actually now, and it's kind of hard to find, but it's called A Bronx Tale.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
With Colloginal.
Yeah, and it's got not Al Pacino, but
De Niro.
yeah, it's got De Niro in it, but De Niro plays the good guy, which is really cool because you never really get to. He's
Yeah.
always usually the bad guy.
Yeah.
But it's about a kid kind of growing up in that time, with like the Italian mob and all that kind of stuff. But I'll never forget. One of the coolest things I always thought about this movie is the guy's like, there's always a test with a girl. And he's like, what is it? He's like, you go to pick her up and you lock both doors. You let her in first. He's like, if she reaches over and unlocks the door for you on your side, she's a keeper. He's like, if not, kick her out right there. And I always remember that. But with today, it doesn't really
Right,
matter.
'cause
You can't really do the test.
Yeah, you
No.
unlock.
Both. But I thought
But
that
if
was
you
like
go,
a cool
like,
saying.
do you have a keyhole in your passenger side?
No, just the driver's side now.
Yeah, me
All
too.
cars now. Some cars don't even have keyholes
Yeah.
anymore. And if they do, they're like behind a plastic
Yeah.
thing, and they're only on the
Yeah,
driver's
it's like
side.
pop it off. You're like doing all this shit just
Yeah.
to like
She's
unlock that
all,
door.
huh?
She's like, can I just get in the car, please?
Yeah. She's like, I don't even know how you unlock this thing. But A Bronx Tale, great movie. Another 93.
That was a good movie. I remember that one.
Yeah, I love that movie. And Al Pacino's De Niro's a bus driver.
Oh, okay. I feel like I've seen it.
No, I killed the bus driver.
So this is actually funny because I looked up Tone Loc, and my number 3 is Ace Ventura, which is in 1994. Of course, this was going to be on my list. Tone Loc is the black guy that works at the police station.
No way.
That
That's
is
funny.
Tone Loc. And if you watch Ace Ventura, at the end of it, one of Tone Loc, he writes a song basically about Ace Ventura at the end of it. And he really has like a distinctive voice.
Yeah, it's like real raspy.
Yeah. And so when he's talking when he's saying, he's like,
Do the wild
something about
thing.
my boss, man.
He's all, my boss is coming up here, man. He's like, I can't hold him much longer.
So Ace Ventura is number 3 for me. I don't even have to explain to anybody why this is a hitter, okay? This is just one of the best movies ever made.
It's amazing.
I love this movie so much. I can just rewatch. But you know that scene though, when he's in the pool, where it's like, I'm not a doc, or like, I'm not a pool man, I'm a doctor, or whatever he's doing, like the Star Trek.
I just can't do it, Captain.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't have the power.
That whole scene. Okay, I feel like that. No, it's not that scene. When he comes out and he does that whole like thing about
What happened to the regular trainer?
Yeah.
What happened to him? What happened to me? 7 years I changed the dolphin.
So if you stream that
And I was
movie,
like, okay.
that
great.
scene is cut out, and it's one of the best scenes
Oh,
in the
it's
movie.
the best scene in
Why'd
the
they
movie.
take it out?
I don't. It's either timing or he was
Yeah.
making fun of like those gay tiger trainers.
Yeah. And I was like,
6 feet
okay,
in a row?
okay.
He could have been like mocking them. I don't really know why they took it out. It may not have anything to do with that, but it's not in the streaming one. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Second guess.
I do have to make a correction about my last pick.
Okay.
It didn't have Neil Diamond in it. It had Wayne Newton. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
I had
That's
to correct
similar.
myself
Sims.
there.
That's Sims.
Yeah. All right, so my number 3 coming in with a smacker from 1990 Deuce. Wayne's World.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
Party time, excellent. I mean, that was the juju back in the day.
Yeah,
like,
no, you're totally right.
like
Yeah.
everybody was on that Wayne's World tip,
Yeah.
dude. Like big time. I remember me and my buddies seen it in the movies probably like 3 or 4 times. Like it was all about Wayne's World.
You know, I swear every Halloween, I'm not kidding you, every Halloween I see like a Garth.
Mm-hmm.
Like someone's dressed up as Garth or Wayne. Like it's still, people still love that movie.
Party time. Excellent.
Well, it started as like a skit on
Yeah,
Saturday
yeah.
Night Live, right? And
Yep.
it
grew.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes when I think about that movie and then I just think about all the other stuff that Mike Myers has done, he's one of those people that just can do anything. Like,
so much.
he's like the Axl Rose of the movie industry.
Mm-hmm.
But I heard like people really don't. He's like really like hyper controlling.
I mean, you know, a lot of times when I hear weird things like that about actors, I'm like, of course, like people don't make it to that type of success and they're not that talented without being weird or like
Yeah.
crazy or
with
kind
how
of
he has a vision in his head about how he
Yeah.
wants things to be.
There
And
was
Yeah.
rumors.
they need to be that way.
yeah.
There's rumors saying he might come out with another Austin Powers.
You know what I want?
I just wonder if the time has passed. It's just gone too
no.
far.
Are you kidding me? No, it has not passed. Okay, I promise you that.
You think so?
But what they need
I
to
think
do
so.
is make a Dr. Evil movie.
That's
That would
nice.
be much better. But I'm saying trying to make another Austin Powers movie, I don't know if I think
I'm not into
it's kind
it.
of done. You
No,
know
but
what I mean?
like if they made it like to me, well, and I've just always been like this, is Austin Powers to me have always been about Dr. Evil. Like Dr. Evil is the best part of those movies. So if another Austin Powers movie means more Dr. Evil, I'm all totally on board for that.
Totally.
100.
I wish if I had one wish,
Uh-huh.
I would wish that they made. Do you guys remember Sprockets from Saturday Night Live? Now Sprockets must dance. It was Mike Myers and like Dana Carey
yeah,
or something,
right.
and they were like these German like dancer guys, and they had like a show called Sprockets.
Uh-huh.
And they would like, now Sprockets must dance, and they would like do all, and you know, they made a Wayne's World. They should have made
Yeah,
so
a
I think if
Sprockets.
they were to do a Sprockets movie, that'd be dope.
I like it. This is a whole
But I like your Dr. Evil. That's
This is like an impromptu get it made. I
It
want a
is,
Dr.
yeah.
Evil movie. You want a Sprockets. What do you want, brother? Like pick of a Mike Myers themed.
I don't really know. I don't
You want a
have
fat bastard?
No.
the origins of FB,
How he became FB.
right?
What about when he was the movie exec in Bohemian Rhapsody?
Yeah, I don't know if that'd be a good one, but that was a good movie. All right, you guys ready for my
Number 2.
Number 2.
All right. My 1 and 2 were the whole reason of why I picked 93, because these two movies are probably my 2 favorite movies of all time. And my number 2, 1993, the one, the only, Tombstone.
Yeah.
Dude.
I knew you were going to say that.
Money
Yeah.
movie. I love it. It's got my boy Kurt Russell in it.
Wide Earp?
Earps.
Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell.
Dude, Great mustaches in this movie.
Real mustaches.
Yeah, and the late, oh my gosh, Bill Paxton's in it.
Yeah.
Sad.
Yeah.
But I love Bill Paxton. I think he's a great actor. There's just so many good actors in this movie. You have
Johnny Ringo.
Val
or
Kilmer.
whatever.
Val Kilmer.
You have what's his name?
I was trying to say
Bill,
Bill Kammer. It's Val Kilmer.
oh my God, you just made me forget. He was in Bad Santa. He was married to Angelina Jolie.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Billy Bob.
Billy Bob Thornton.
He's fat in this or chubby in this movie.
I didn't even know that was him, dude.
Yeah, dude. You're like, what? That's Billy Bob?
Yeah. Billy
But
Bob.
no, I love that movie. It still holds up. It's just phenomenal. Anytime it's on, no matter what, I'm not switching the channel. Anytime I see it, I always watch
It's
it.
a great movie.
So that's my number 2. I love Tombstone.
That's a
just
good one.
Hands down my favorite Western. I'm your Huckleberry.
Yeah.
Everybody says that.
No, that's
It's a
definitely.
It might be the
Classic.
best
Classic.
Western movie
I think it's
ever.
the best Western movie I've ever
It
seen.
could
Yeah,
be. Of our
I would
generation.
agree with that. I would agree with that.
I mean, there's some old classic Eastwoods like Pale Rider and stuff like that are really good, but a lot of people just don't. They don't know them. So for our
Right.
generation, I think
Yeah.
yeah,
I just
Tombstone.
love that part where he's like, "Run, you cur," and you're just like, "Geez," you get so wrapped up in it. It's so good.
Kurt Russell, man. He's
And
still,
I love Val
did so
Kilmer.
good.
That was like the beginning. I remember watching
Yeah.
him when I was younger, and I was like, "This guy's phenomenal," because he's just all sick in that movie. And
I just feel like Val Kilmer just didn't. He wasn't in it with the long haul. Like he didn't make it. Like Kurt Russell, obviously, like he's an old man and he's still doing it. Even though I know Val Kilmer is sick, like I know he's got like throat cancer or whatever. He just didn't. He just
Well-
didn't last. Like he was very hot. He was, like a hot ticket for
he
a
did
while.
Batman.
And then,
Well, that
but
was
then
in his prime,
yeah. And then a lot of like B movies and
right?
stuff like that.
Because like Kurt Russell, he's not in his prime.
Well, yeah, but they said he was definitely hard to work with.
Mm-hmm.
But,
Oh, but what actor's not going to be hard to work with when you know
I mean,
yeah.
when
they
you're
have to
Kurt-
be hard to work with. to
when
get
you're
to where
Val
they are.
Kilmer, I mean, you're that talented. You know
Well,
what I mean?
you know what I do think though? I bet Kurt Russell is nice. Doesn't he seem nice?
He seems nice.
He seems nice.
I would love
And
to
if he's
meet-
not being nice, Goldie's gonna put his ass.
That's
in
true.
check.
She'd be like, "Hey,
If I
Right,
was to meet Kurt
Kurt.
Russell, I would tell him straight up, being like, "Can we just talk about Backdraft the entire day?"
Do you think she calls him
Curdy,
Curtis?
she calls him Curdy."
Curdy? Dirty Curdy?
what does he
like it.
call her? Goldie or
Mrs.
Han?
Claus?
Mrs. Claus. I love
Miss
it.
Claus, if you're nasty.
Hey, when we were watching Guardians 2, I was like, "Santa?
I know him.
I know him.
I know him. Santa!"
All right, let's get going. All right, quit
Okay,
wasting time.
So my number 2, and this is not going to be a surprise, if we're coming in at 1995, Toy Story.
Wow, you just barely made it.
I can't believe that's your number 2.
Are you kidding me? Well, you thought it was me number 1?
Yeah.
No. When I say my number 1, I think maybe you'll know. But Toy Story, again, don't have to explain it. It started what we now know as Pixar. I mean, if you look at what they were doing in 1995 when you watch Toy Story,
Oh, the animation back then was phenomenal.
I mean, nothing was like it.
No,
There was no animation like it, and Pixar came out and
changed the game.
and that Toy Story is just still holds up as one of the best movies to me of all time.
It's good. I mean, of all times, that's a stretch, but it is a good flick. I'm gonna come in with a little something from 1990 Unsk,
Okay.
and that's gonna be. It's gonna have my boy De Niro in it. It's also gonna have my boy Nick Nolte in it,
Okay.
and that's Cape Fear.
Ooh, good one.
Good
Yeah.
Good
pick.
one.
Fantastic movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is fantastic.
Counselor. Great movie.
You know what I think we notice about it on like lists and stuff? Like my list is very lighthearted. I like very lighthearted movies, I can tell from my list here.
I do not.
Okay, buddy.
No horror movies. We haven't had any horror movies.
No horrors.
All right. Just so you know, I had 2 other movies. This were just honorable mention, and these were just movies I felt needed to be said.
Wait, where's your number 1?
I'm about to give it to you. Can you hold?
Oh.
Days of Thunder, 1990, phenoms.
Dropping the hammer.
94, Gump. Gotta love some Gump.
Oh, love Gump.
But my number 1, the reason why I stuck to 93, this is by far my favorite movie, hands down, of all time. I can watch it every single day, and it never got old, and it still doesn't get old.
Number 1.
Sandlot.
Oh,
Ooh,
yeah.
Yeah.
1993.
Sandlot.
That was my jam.
Every day.
Every day I watch that movie.
Yeah.
I love it.
The Great Bambino?
I thought you meant the Great Bambi. That wimpy deer. Like, that movie was just the best movie. It's still the
Squints.
best movie to me.
Yeah.
It's phenoms, dude.
It is.
Is that on
It's-
Disney Plus?
Hands down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I never watched any of the ones after that. They didn't mean anything to me, but that OG one. And that's why once I saw Tombstone and Sandlot were in 93, I'm like, 2 of my favorite movies. We're sticking to 93 only, people.
Yeah.
That's your year.
Yeah, it's a hitter. Sandlot.
And
100.
the Niners, that's when they were winning.
Right.
1 in 94. It was the 93 season. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so my number
Good
1
times.
is not a popular. It's probably not a popular movie. Okay, it's 1994. It's not a popular movie. I don't think it's a very popular movie. But this movie is. I can quote almost the entire thing.
Oh my gosh, I think I know what it is.
I've seen it a million effing times. I could watch it, like you said, every day of my life. I can watch it. I just put it on the background. I literally can quote it. I love every inch of it.
I think I know.
I love every inch of this movie, and that is Reality Bites.
Oh, okay. That was off.
What did you think?
Oh.
I thought it was going to be Pure Country.
That's
Where the sidewalk ends
the only
and the road begins.
the thing about Pure Country is, although I love it to death, it's not a sound movie. Like, George Strait is not an actor. Reality Bites has Winona Ryder, has Ethan Hawke, Janine Garofalo, Ben Stiller. It's Ben Stiller's first movie that he directed and produced or whatever. He's like, it's his movie. And it has all these really famous actors that we know today, but they were really young. It's such a 90s movie. Like, Ethan Hawke is this like greasy hair band, like he's in a band, which we all like loved when we were younger. And Winona Ryder is just this like really pale face, like beautiful girl. Janine Garofalo is like a super skank. They have a gay friend, and then Ben Stiller is, this more like serious character or whatever. Anyway, it's like a coming of age. It's one of my favorite movies. I'll never stop loving that movie.
Reality Bites. That is not what I expected.
Reality Bites.
Yeah, I didn't see that coming in at number 1.
Oh my God. By far, honestly, it's years above any other movie for me. All right, Dill, what do you got?
Okay. So, I had to play a little switcheroo because I did have Ace Ventura on my list
Oh,
from 1994, but we can put that as an honorable mention.
Okay.
I mean, obviously, we know that was one of the best movies of
yeah,
that
we
year.
all know, right?
And of all times. So we're gonna come in from a movie. We're gonna take a page out of the King's book with a 1993 film. When the dollar movies were open at Sunrise, I was like Birdcage Walk in the Sunrise Mall.
Yeah.
I used to go see this movie just about every weekend when I was in high school at the time. That just should be a giveaway. But and that is Dazed and Confused.
Oh, yes.
One of my favorite movies.
Yeah, that's a great
I
one.
own it on Blu-ray. Like, it never gets old. It's so good. But seeing that thing in high school, like,
Yeah.
I mean, it was the motto.
Yeah.
A great film. You got McConaughey in it,
Yeah.
Jason London's in
Oh,
it.
yeah.
A lot of good actors.
That's a super
It's
good movie.
it's solid movie. Super holds
Going
up.
to the moon tower.
Yeah.
I would always laugh because the old picture of the Giants, Tim Lincecum, they always said that kid looked just
yeah,
like
dude.
him. They're
Totally.
like, oh, wasn't he in?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
Dazed
that's
and
funny, dude.
Confused.
Yeah.
Because
That's
he had
great.
like the long, straight black hair.
Right.
Yep.
Super like small and scrawny.
Cool. No, I think those are good lists. This is like one of the first times I feel like we haven't had any dubs. Even though you did say you were going to have Ace Ventura. I think we're all so different, obviously. Like, our lists were very kind of like specific to ourselves, and I liked it. Because sometimes when we do like favorite candy or whatever, it's like, a lot of times you get a lot of the same stuff, but I think this one was fun. So sidekicks, if you have your own list, your own top 5 of your movies, please write us in. We'd love to hear it. We'd love to hear it. Or you can
love.
You can post it on the Sanctorum too. We could always be like, whose list was better?
Do we have did anybody write in with lists that we can read?
Actually, yeah, we do. Mammy actually wrote in with her list.
Let's tear into that.
Okay, so we got number 5. Already loving this. Toy Story, 1995.
There
of
it
course.
is.
Every Toy Story movie brings me back to childhood years where toys were cherished friends who accompanied me in so many events in my young life. I love Slinky Dog in this movie. Toy Story movies from movie 1 to 4, all lovable, cherished characters, always have a childlike heart as my teddy bear Houston travels with me every time I leave home. And you guys, this is true. My mother, as a 66-year-old woman, has a teddy bear that goes on to every single airplane with her.
Houston.
She never goes anywhere without this teddy bear. Grown-ass woman. And I'll tell you something. I'm almost 40. I never travel. I know, I'm almost 40. March, I'll be 40. I never travel without my teddy bear. His name is Wally. And I got this from my mother. Oh, oh my God. I didn't even read this part. Listen to this. I always have my childlike heart as my teddy bear Houston travels with me every time I leave home. When Cheese accompanies me on travel, one-eyed Wally keeps Houston company.
It's true.
So Wally is so used and abused that he only has one eye.
The best part is whenever I go, I try to put him in like weird like positions, or he's drinking or trying to do all mischief things.
Mammy, thank you for mentioning Wally, because it is true. I got it from her. I never sleep without Wally. I never go anywhere without Wally.
Oh, and at home you sleep with the Wally?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
I'm just asking.
Yeah, he's always in my bed. Because I'll tell you something about Wally is he's a perfect, sometimes you can't get comfortable on your pillow. Wally, fills in all those cracks.
All the voids.
Yeah. He's perfect. Okay.
Wally.
Mammy's number 4 is Legends of the Fall, 1994. That's pretty good. Legends of the Fall.
Pretty good.
Smoking hot Brad Pitt with a story of 3 brothers, their powerful father, and a beautiful woman. A true saga with drama and heartache. It has it all with epic topics that lend to storytelling across generations. Oh!
Love Mammy's descriptiveness.
I know,
it's
right?
so awesome.
I know. So Mammy coming in good right here, dude. Number
I'm
3,
proud of this.
Die Hard 2, 1990.
That's a good one.
Part 2.
So we all know that Die Hard number 1 is better, but it wasn't in the time frame. So I love that you picked number 2 because I love Die Hard movies. This is what Mammy has to say. Bruce Willis is an absolute hunk who always shows up to rescue those in need with a cocky attitude. Bruce Willis defies all odds and obstacles to bring it home. He gets the job done with sweat, grit, and a devil-may-care attitude.
And a wife beater.
That's true. All Die Hard movies, all day, every day. Mammy just said all day, every day.
I'm trying to think of what Die Hard 2... I mean, obviously the first one was in Nakatomi Plaza, but what was the second one?
It was at the airport.
Okay,
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, he's at the airport.
Okay.
It's a
and
good
then
one.
the third one's him
In
and
New York
Samuel
City.
Jackson going around New
York
York City.
Okay, number 2 is Forrest Gump.
Gumpy?
Gump, 1994. Tom Hanks nails the character he plays in each movie role. That's true. Hanks.
Mm-hmm.
Tom Hanks is the best character actor of all time. Mammy just said that. She declared it.
Yeah, I would say so.
He effortlessly becomes the character for Forrest Gump, Captain Phillips, Chuck Nolan, Sully, Paul Edgecombe, and Mr. Rogers. A favorite quote from Forrest, my mom always said, life was like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get. Okay, Mammy's number one.
I'm not a smart man, Jenny, but I know what love is.
Greenbow, Alabama.
Just a random fact to slip it in right there. I used to have this roommate, and we would get a box of chocolates, and you know how you get those nasty ones. He would take one out and bite the bottom part, not the side, the bottom. So then he put it back in there, and you couldn't see that.
Oh.
Yeah, so he would test them out. And then stick them back in there, but they didn't look like they were.
That's very rude.
So you eat one, and it's already got like a chunk missing. So life is sometimes like a box of chocolates.
you never know.
Hey, I can run like the wind blows.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Mammy's number one. Does anyone want to guess what it is? From 1991.
91?
Wow.
Backdraft.
Ooh.
Okay.
Hitter.
Ron
Love
Howard directed this movie, brotherly love and sibling rivalry, the fascination with fire and the toll firefighting has on your family and soul. Kurt Russell, as charming as ever, whether it be teenage Disney movies or solid drama, he pulls it off with his rugged, handsome demeanor. So true.
That's true.
He's goddamn so handsome.
Bull. His name's
Snake
Bull.
Plissken.
He's so handsome. Another actor who manages somehow, some way to save those who are in distress on the movie set.
He is good. Fire Can't Get Me.
It's a good movie.
That's a great movie.
Like, how many firefighting movies has there been?
Right?
You know
You're
what
so
I mean?
true.
Like,
You're so right. And it's like...
and he did it so good. Like, Ron Howard did a great job
Yeah.
directing
Oh,
that movie.
it's so good. It
honestly,
still holds up.
What firefighters have to go through, you just really don't know.
Right.
And to think, there's only been like
All the
this one
sliding on the
solid-
pole and whatnot.
The
You know,
Dalmatians.
the up and downs
The up and down.
on the pole.
On the pole.
Okay, so that's the top 5. So let's get into...
Good job, Mammy. That was awesome.
yeah, thank you, Mammy, so much for writing in. Love you.
Thanks, Mammers.
It's Dilly's Gaming Corner. Let's play.
All right, you guys. A new Indiana Jones game is in the works. So one of the most surprising reveals so far in 2021 was the announcement of Bethesda Softworks and Machine Games are teaming up with Lucasfilm Games for a new Indiana Jones game. This is being developed by Machine Games, who is known for the recent Wolfenstein games, including Wolfenstein: The New Order, Wolfenstein: The New Colossus that released in 2014 and 2017, respectively. There are some of the best shooters on Xbox right now. Bethesda is publishing the game in partnership with Lucasfilm's games, a new part of Disney that works to collaborate with different developers on Lucasfilm properties. So the game is described as a standalone adventure that will tell an original story based on glimpses of blueprints and maps seen in the teaser trailer. It seems like part of the game will be set in or around the Vatican in Italy. As far as the release dates goes, according to Bethesda, it's going to be a while before they have another update for us, but it's going to be a while. It's still in early development, so they're thinking maybe 1 or 2 years. But whenever it does release, they're thinking it possibly could be an exclusive on the Xbox. So we'll see it on the Series X, the Series S, and possibly PC. I don't think you'll see it on PS5. There is a trailer on YouTube. You should check it out. It doesn't have any in-game footage, but it does. It shows you you're like at his desk, right? And he's looking around. You know, you see like the map, and then he picks up his hat, puts his hat on the whips right there.
Yeah.
He picks up the whip.
Nice.
So it looks pretty sick. And Bethesda,
That sounds dope.
I want to say they did the Fallout franchise.
Uh-huh.
So that should be fun. And there's not too much coming out that I've been stoked about, but we got a couple years on that. But big news. Other than that, we have professional video gamer hangs up the controller over a thumb injury.
What?
There's injuries in gaming, you guys. It's serious. This is a profession. So a professional video gamer aged just 25,
Oh God.
is hanging up his controller and has announced his retirement
Oh my God.
due to the thumb injury.
Wow.
American Thomas Paparazzo, who goes by the name Zuma, it's ZOOMAA, was known for competing in Call of Duty, a best-selling warfare game series, and said in a heartfelt note Thursday that he would bow out of the foreseeable future due to the wrist and thumb injury. He says, "It breaks my heart to step away from a game and I put my heart and soul into every single day for 8 years." He said in his Twitter post, "Unfortunately, the injury has returned, making it really hard for me to compete at the highest level against some of the best players in the world. Playing through the weaknesses and pain in my hand just isn't possible anymore." So Paparazzo, who has almost 360,000 Twitter followers, said he could no longer enjoy competing when I can't be the Zuma everybody knows and loves.
Does it say how he injured it, or is it just
doesn't-
from repetitive?
Yeah, it's just from like repetitive gaming, man.
Yeah.
Like long sessions
Yeah.
of, 10, 12-hour gaming sessions for, like you said, 8 years. I mean, think about like how grocery store checkers always get carpal tunnel.
Yeah.
These guys do this all day, like after they drink like 14 Red Bulls, and that's just all they do.
Yeah.
So that sucks though.
Yeah.
Especially at such a young age.
Yeah, 25.
Well, at least
probably
he's
got some
young enough to find a new career.
Just don't use your hands. Do something with your feet now.
Soccer player.
Right? You're not too young for soccer. The Terminator and Sarah Connor are featured in Fortnite.
Ooh.
So previously we saw Arnold Schwarzenegger's alien nemesis, the Predator, arrive, and now Arnold himself, or should I say the T-800, is going to be joining the lineup. So you can now buy a Terminator skin in the Fortnite item shop. The original T-800 skin features all the traits you'd expect from the original Infiltrator unit. He's got the red glowing eyes, the menacing metal skull, and the hulking frame of steel and wires from the original blockbuster. Unfortunately, it looks like we're not getting any sort of outfits that make the Terminator look like Schwarzenegger himself, but the T-800 is joined by the Sarah Connor skin, which does do a commendable job of recreating the actress Linda Hamilton's bangs and chiseled jaw. She also has an alternate outfit that wraps her up in a combat vest, sunglasses, and a discreet cap.
Ooh, yeah.
Kind of like this latest movie.
Yeah, that's dope.
So you can either grab both skins in a bundle, which includes all the extra cosmetics for 2,800 V-Bucks, or you can grab Sarah Connor for 1,800 V-Bucks and the Terminator for 1,500 V-Bucks. So you might as well cop that bundle.
Yeah.
So that's my gaming corner, but we're gonna rock a little DRR this week because it's been a minute. So we're gonna take you guys back to 2004. We won't go too far back.
Okay.
This was one of my favorite games from the original Xbox console, and that is a series called Flat Out. So Flat Out is a racing game that was developed by Finnish developer Bugbear Entertainment, published by Empire Interactive in Europe and Vivendi Universal Games in North America in 2004 and 2005. So you had modes in Flat Out that included, it's basically like a demolition derby style game, but you had all these different races. So you could either compete in open environments or like do stadium laps, demolition derby death matches in which the driver of the sole surviving vehicle is declared the winner. Both modes pit players against 7 computer-controlled opponents. The game also includes special events which require the player to toss the driver off his or her vehicles to meet certain requirements. And that was the fun thing about this game was like it was like a ragdoll physics demolition game, but the fun thing is you could there was a button you could eject your driver out of the car.
Oh, okay.
And that was part of the game. So you would there was you do the long jump, you run, you see how far you can jump. Well, this one, you would drive your car and you would hit a barrier, launch your dude out, and he would flail through the air. And that's this is one of the first games that had really utilized the ragdoll physics. And your dude would just fly and flail everywhere, just smack into shit and maybe stick to a wall or something.
Dude, that's
and
awesome.
you would get points for it. Or there's another one where you go up a ramp. And right at the top, you would shoot your guy out, and he just flies hundreds of yards in the air to clear over a beam or whatever. It was just fun, just not very serious game.
Right.
But you could race, you could do demolition derby with buses and stuff like that. Really fun. I still have it on the Xbox emulator. I go in there for a little freshen up every once in a while. If there's some people out there that remember Flat Out, you might want to go check out a current game called Wreckfest. It was also developed by Bugbear, and it is a demolition derby game, but they don't do as much. You still have like the crazy races, like buses and like trailer races and stuff like that, but you don't get like you can't shoot your guy out of the car and stuff like that. But you can still kind of tap into some of the nostalgia from Flat Out. Mm-hmm. So we're gonna rock into some movies from 2004.
2004. Okay.
And I got some picks for you.
Okay.
So we're gonna go with The Girl Next Door.
Ooh.
Okay.
I can't remember the actress's name that was in that, but she was pretty big at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Dodgeball from 04.
Anchorman.
Anchorman.
Ooh, that's my favorite comedy.
Howley's Moving Castle, one of my faves.
Never seen that.
The Grudge.
Okay.
Now, I usually talk about movies, but we're gonna also throw some other things that came out in 2004.
Okay.
Facebook.
Oh, what?
The birth of Facebook.
No.
2004.
Jeez.
Are you serious?
Yes, the birth.
What the?
HD TV and DVR came out in 2004.
DVR. Wow.
Remember when HD TV came out?
Oh yeah.
That was like
I feel like it's still like. I don't
it's
know.
always.
I'm like, do I have HD TV? I'm trying to think.
I'm sure everybody does at this
okay.
point. We have the rise of the browser Firefox.
Oh wow, yeah, Firefox.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And one of my favorite games that came out in 04, we have GTA San Andreas.
Oh, good one.
Far Cry, the first one, and Fable, all came out in 2004.
Nice.
So it was a good year.
Oh.
Can I add something to that?
Yeah.
That was when I graduated high school.
High school?
Jerome.
When Facebook was born, you were graduating high school.
When it was born.
When it was born.
04. Were you on
04?
Firefox
Oh,
when you graduated?
Mm-hmm.
It's so Firefox is still around though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the Internet
just not as
Explorer
big.
that's like Bootsy, right?
Well, a lot of people don't use Internet Explorer anymore.
It's
Choose like Chrome or
Right, or even
Safari.
Firefox. You probably don't use Firefox that much either.
I still use Alta Vista. No. I'm just kidding.
Really? I was like, no way. I was like, is that still a thing?
We were like both
You
like,
guys remember
what?
that?
I had to like really think about that. I remember that.
I usually go to like an internet cafe if I want to log on somewhere.
I still use Ask Jeeves.
Dial up?
Do they have that?
Ask
No,
Jeeves.
they don't have Ask
Shut up.
Jeeves, dude.
I don't have that anymore.
I'm gonna do it right now. I'm gonna Google
That's hella funny.
Ask. Well, how do you
Jeeves.
spell Jeeves?
Jeeves.
J-E-E. Oh my God, it's right here. Ask Jeeves. Let me see. Hold on.
It's not still live, is it?
It's called ask.com.
Oh.
So it does. Ask Jeeves is not on here. Wait.
Ask Jeeves.
Ask Jeans.
Wait, there is still Ask Jeeves, I think. You guys, that is so funny, buddy.
I think that's Asper Cream.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
I don't really think it exists. Okay, you guys, we're going to get, thank you so much, Dilly. We're so glad you're back.
Oh, sure.
Mhm.
2 weeks we were without Dilly's Gaming Corner. And Watson had, that's all right. He had to.
Did you play with him yet?
Watson? No. Am I
He
supposed
said
to?
he shot you that invite.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what he said. He said it on.
Double agent?
On the Xbox?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll have to check. I didn't see that. So apologies to you, Watson. I would have accepted that immediately. I'll go home tonight and make sure I get you added on there, bud. We'll play. I didn't know Watson's on the box. What's up?
Oh, he's on the box now. He's
What?
all pumped.
He
What
was
does he
talking about
play?
it when he was on the episode the other day, and he kind of gave us a little bit of, like, not Dilly's Gaming Corner, but he had some gaming information.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, he's on the box, dude.
Yeah, he's all excited.
I listened to I didn't hear that part, but I did listen to some of the After Dark and some of the regular show too. I actually had a little fun fact. I call it Fresno Fun Facts.
Uh-huh.
And there's some celebrities from Fresno, and I'd like to highlight one.
Okay.
For Watson, just to kind of bring his town up a little bit. I don't know if he knows this, but Watson lives in the same town where a celebrity grew up.
Who
That
is
celebrity, big name,
Big name.
huge name, Real classy guy. Kevin Federline
What?
is from Fresno.
I don't. Who's that?
Come
K-Fed?
on. K-Fed?
Oh,
K-Fed?
like Britney's K-Fed?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Brittany's first husband, dude, from the know. That's my Fresno fun fact.
You know, he's
Damn, bro.
probably from
From
Clovis.
Right? Yeah. No, Fresno. He's definitely from Fresno.
Because Watson likes to say he's from Clovis.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
heard
doesn't
that.
even like to
He doesn't.
admit.
He's claiming Clovis.
Okay, so we have a few more we did have a psychic mail from Amy that we already read. And we have two more. I'm going to read this one from Katana.
No.
And Dilly, if you could read the one from Bird.
I thought she was going to disappear.
No, she's not going to disappear. It's my girl.
Your grr?
You don't have birds?
I'll look for
Okay, let me know. Okay, so this is from Katana. Hello, heroes and sidekicks. I want to keep the email short and just say thanks again for inviting me on the show. I know how much Buddy loves to hate me, but let's be real. I was invited to go on the podcast. Inevitably, so either Tater Tot really is first mic or
Who, Cheese?
your fearless leader invited me on the show. So let's put that on the conspiracy radar. Who really invited her?
Cheese.
Yes, Johnny, you have put some clues together to find out my real identity, and I appreciate your dedicated silence. Along with a few others that have reached out to me and agreed to keep my secret safe, I appreciate your allegiance. Such gentlemen. Winky face. I hope you're feeling better soon, J-Dog.
J-Dog.
Watson, it was so nice hearing you on the podcast. Brought me back to the Great Debate 2020. Such a soothing voice I could listen to all night. Unlike some people, buddy.
Wow.
I was born in it. Clip.
Born it. All right, hold on, Buddy Bane. Here it is.
You've only adopted the dog. I was born in it.
I like how Manny's like.
Manny has a great laugh and voice, actually. Anywho, back to the email. Anywho, TT, I love you. You my girl. Thanks. My cheesy tater tot, my one and only, or what's the potato brand?
Orida?
Yeah. Always the apple of my eye. Dills, can't wait to hear you back on the show. Hope all is well. We need some bang bang nana gang.
Bang bang niner gang. Bang bang niner gang.
Bang, bang, nana.
Tough year.
And of course, Mad King, so I've been told you're the one and only fearless leader. Man, I can't wait for that to be over. P.S. Check out my HH post edit on EG at Katanas. It's-
On EG?
Yeah. On IG.
Oh, it's
In
waiting
Elk
for-
Grove?
So, so you guys, Katana's Instagram is at katanas.na. Okay? Until next time, bye! So you guys follow Katana. She follows us, so if you can't find her, look on our followers and you can find her. Katana.na. Okay, did you get up Bird's email?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was able to get it.
Okay.
Okay, so here we go. This is from Bird.
Hi, Bird.
Bird!
Hey guys, happy belated New Year's. I've been catching up on episodes as I like you guys in doses. Now that I'm caught up, I want to say that after listening to the saga of Dilly's struggle to get the Xbox, I'm glad there was a happy ending and I hope he's enjoying it. Let me just stop you right there.
Uh-huh.
I'm intensely enjoying it. It is amazing. It is a very fast machine.
Everything you ever wanted?
It's everything I ever dreamed about, and more. And Goat, I thank you so much, and Sterling for helping me get it in time for Christmas. And it's just been it's the best thing since sliced bread.
It's the bee's knees.
So in this last episode, I thought Cheese and Watson's show ideas both sounded really interesting, and I appreciate the reviews on Snowpiercer and Expanse. They are two shows I've been debating on, so I guess I'll add to my exhaustive to-watch list.
Yeah, it's getting too long.
I know.
Okay, moving away from the complimentary stuff. It kind of hurts me to go in on Watson, but he has basically said 7 is not rewatchable. And I could not write in, or I could not write in. He is deadly wrong. 7 deadly sins wrong. 7 is my one of my favorite movies by my favorite director. As the kids say these days, Detective Somerset and Mills live rent-free in my head. Occasionally it's on TV, and even though I didn't plan to watch it, if I come across it and leave it on every time, the twist doesn't deter rewatching at all, and you get to really enjoy the plot and the build up to it.
Yeah.
Anyways, what doesn't hurt me though is to go after Buddy. If he is the face of Sector 7, I think he should be contractually obligated to never grow what he refers to as, quote unquote, a beard.
That was a beard.
Please use air quotes. I did. Again, sorry, man. It doesn't connect. It doesn't connect, you must acquit. Not sure if that phrase totally works, but you get the gist.
If it doesn't connect, you must acquit.
I like that. And let's be honest, it
connected.
doesn't connect.
It
doesn't.
connected.
Not connect by one hair.
No.
By a sparse few, but it was still.
Last point. I figure you're going to talk about WandaVision. I wanted to say I'm really intrigued by the show and to see where it's going. Love the commitment to recreating 1960s TV in the first episodes. It was like Bewitched in the Dick Van Dyke Show, but with a menacing undertone. Mm-hmm. I'm curious how many episodes it will be till they start really give away what truly is going on and where she's at. Also, did any of you get the feels when the Marvel intro and music came on in the beginning?
Yes.
It's been so long without a new movie from them. I totally did. Okay, that's it. Love Bird.
I totally got the feels. Like, just getting Marvel stuff and all was, because I love the Mandalorian and stuff, but Star Wars just isn't my like true love or anything. Marvel absolutely gets me way more than Star Wars does. So
you got the feels.
I definitely got the feels.
Got them feels.
Yeah, and when they said Stark and I saw the Hydra, I was like, woo! Like just getting so excited. Yeah, just getting so excited because totally we haven't had a new movie.
She cheesed it.
I cheesed it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you.
Just got cheesed.
Thank you so much, you guys, for writing in. Bird, we love you. We miss you. And Katana, thanks. Always Mammy. We love you so much. Thank you so much. That's all we got. That was a great show, you guys.
That was great.
That was fun. I'm
was
glad to
super
have
great.
That was
Dilly
fun.
back.
It's so good to have Dilly back. God damn it.
You guys stop lying.
And it's good to be back in the studio, even though I'm making you guys wear masks. I'm so glad we're together.
Mm-hmm.
We can look at each other in the beautiful faces of our mouth.
Well, I know Dilly and me have beautiful faces. So.
We are beautiful.
Yeah.
You got that midday grease.
I do got that midday grease. So you guys can, if you want to find us.
You can find us everywhere at Hardly Heroes, but Twitter, because some band wanted to steal our Twitter handle, and you can find us on Twitter at Hardly Heroes. Number one. I feel like you cheated that. No, I'm changing it up.
Oh, you are?
I'm shortening it up. You can find us everywhere at Hardly Heroes. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, everything's Hardly
Facebook.
Heroes.
What about the Facebook Sidekick Sanctorum?
There's another thing that is
Hit
always
us up. We love to hear from you on the Sanctorum. We love to hear from you on the Insties.
Yeah, or just go to hardlyheroes.com. You can find our bios, find all about us. And remember, if you know anybody that's looking to get a haircut or a stylist, Sector 7 is hiring the coolest and safest salon in Sacramento.
Right.
No doubt.
So you guys have a good night.
Bye, guys.
Just remember one thing.
Disclaimer. They don't know shit.
You guys have a good night.
Good night. Love you.
Bye. See, this is what happens when I've been off the show for a couple of weeks. Right here. Ready? Okay, here we go. There it is. There's the right button.